Hey everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we are going to be making a cake. This cake is a cake that I threw together way back in the 80s and it was a hit, so I've just sort of hung on to it. And I've got a cake mix I need to use up because my expiration date is right now. So I'm going to tell you what I do to revive mine. I do not waste a cake mix that is out of date. Do you hear me? Do not. All you need to do is add some baking powder to it, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my mixer bowl. I'm using today a perfectly moist butter golden cake by Duncan Hines, whatever. You just need a yellow cake mix. And I'm going to add to that, since I'm close to my expiration date, I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half to that. Then I'm going to mix it a little bit. And you can go by the directions on your box of yellow cake mix if you want to. I always doctor mine up a little bit. So I'm going to be putting 1 stick of butter. Hang on just a second. 1 stick of butter. And I'm going to be adding 3/4 cup of milk to my cake mix. You can, like I said, if you don't want to add the extras, it sort of gives it a little bit better of a, almost makes it like a bakery type cake, then you can just bake yours according to your yellow cake mix directions. I'm going to put in 4 eggs. Save my shells. I'm telling you, young'uns, I know there is places that are not getting any rain, but we've only had about 2 days that I can remember that we have not had rain. We are having rain every day, multiple times a day. There's flooding going on in our area. It's just something else around here. Okay, and I'm going to put, I'm going to beat this up right now, okay? Just pop it in my mixer thing here. And start mixing, okay? While that's mixing a little bit, my dogs are playing. While that's mixing a little bit, look at my Vicky Bergner sent me this. It says, catch up with Jesus. And then it says, let praise and relish him, 'cause he loves me from my head to my toes. Wear my little apron today, and while we're waiting on that, I'm going to take, well, I'll be right back, okay? While that's finishing up, we're taking our baker's pan coating, the homemade baker's pan coating. If you say, Nan, where's that recipe? Let me tell you something. Go up to the top of your page, click on your search bar. Type in Farm Cooking with Nan, Baker's Pan Coating, recipe/video, and click, and it will bring it up for you to click on, okay? So we're coating our pan real good. Like to get every little dab out of there. This rain is making my bones and my muscles feel terrible. This is my new pan from Pampered Chef. Love. It's so heavy duty. It's the heaviest one I've ever bought. And I've got some heavy ones, but let that drip just a minute. Sorry. I don't think you can see this, but I'm just scraping off my big beater, okay? Taking my, just want to get every little dab off of there. I hope y'all are having a good day. Please remember to pray for all the people up in Kentucky. Please pray for them, young'uns. We've sent all kinds of stuff up there, and I know other places and churches and stuff are sending things. Please keep them in your prayers. I know that's what's keeping them going. Spread it out in our pan. I love a pan with a good lid on it, you know, where you can, if you need to refrigerate, which this recipe will need to be refrigerated. When this cake is finished, it will need to be refrigerated. Okay? I mean, you can leave it out for, you know, a couple hours or while you're serving it or whatever, but okay. Now, I took some, first of all, I'm going to take some brown sugar, about 3/4 of a cup, and I'm going to sprinkle it all over my cake. I got out about 3/4 of a cup. I don't know if I'll use, may just use about a half. Mm. 3/4. Then I'm going to take, my pan's cooled enough. I browned some fresh coconut, frozen fresh coconut. I browned it in the oven. I know it'll freeze anyway. I mean, it'll brown anyway, bacon on here, but I like a good toasted coconut in this recipe. I'll save just a tad of that, okay? Then I'm going to take about I took about a 1 cup of pecans, and I toasted them in the oven on a 400-degree oven till they were just lightly toasted. And like I said, I know they will be toasted more when they get through baking, but I just want to make sure they get good and toasted. So I used about 3/4 cup of brown sugar. I'd say you could probably use about, I used one little, let me see. It's Bird's Eye fresh coconut. I'll tell you how many ounces. It's in the frozen section. It's 6 ounces. So I used 6 ounces in there. Now I've got my oven preheated to 350. and it's already sung its little song. It's ready for me to put it in there, okay? I'll get it in, get it to baking. And we'll be right back. Okay, we've got the cake in the oven and we are baking it according to the directions on the box. And the box called for 26 to 30 minutes. So I've got it in the oven right now. So while we're doing that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in 1 stick of butter into your saucepan. 1 stick of butter. We're going to put in 1 can of evaporated milk. 1 can. Then we're going to put in about 1/2 cup of sugar. Just a tad bit more. About 1/2 cup of sugar. And we're going to bring this up till all that stick of butter melts. You don't have to boil it or anything like that. You can for, you know, a few seconds or whatever. It's okay to do that. But I'm going to get it on the eye and have it warm. When my cake comes out, it'll be ready, okay? 1 stick of butter, 1 can of just evaporated milk, doesn't matter what brand, evaporated milk, and about 1/2 cup of white sugar, okay? And we're just gonna bring this up till everything's melted and it sort of marries together, and we'll be ready to put it on a hot cake when it comes out of the oven. See you in a minute. Okay, it's time for our cake to come out. Now, I called this cake a this and that cake. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Now, I'm going to take my 1 stick of butter and my 1 can of evaporated milk, and my 1/2 cup of sugar that has been heated. I'll let you see that. It's been heated up till it all melted together. And we're just going to pour it over our cake. And I want you to know, this cake is really good. Really, really, really good. Now, it is really hot too. I want to go back over a few things that I did during the cake. I did a golden cake mix by Duncan Hines. You can use a yellow cake mix of any kind that you want to. And then I did about 3/4 cup of brown sugar and almost a cup of coconut that I toasted, and almost a cup of chopped nuts that I toasted. And I mixed up my cake, but you can mix up your cake according to your directions on the box. I had mine close to the date that it was expiring, so I went ahead and used 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder to boost that up, you know, because sometimes when your cake is about to get out of date or is out of date, it will keep it from rising like it should, and that baking powder sure helps it. It revives up that cake mix. I don't want to waste a thing, you know. Times are getting hard around here and groceries are just outrageous. And I've said to myself, if it gets too awful much worse, anybody can't hardly afford to make recipes like this. So I don't know. I'm putting it in the Lord's hands what's going to happen. But I mixed up my cake mix, and instead of using water, which my cake mix called for, I used milk, and I added an extra egg. And like I said, I added 1 and a half teaspoons of baking soda, baking powder. I added baking powder. I misspoke. You don't have to school me on that now. I misspoke, okay? But I used that to revive it up, and just used an extra egg and mixed my cake up, sprinkled my brown sugar, and sprinkled my toasted pecans and my toasted coconut on the top of it, baked it at 350 for, mine baked about 20, let me look at my little thing here. Mine baked about 28 minutes, but my cake mix, that's what I went by, my cake mix. It called for 26 to 30 minutes. So 28 minutes, it was done. Then I took 1 stick of butter, a half a cup of sugar, and 1 stick of butter, 1 can of carnation, not carnation, but evaporated milk. Carnation makes evaporated milk. This one was not made by Carnation, so it's just whatever brand, the cheapest brand you can get is fine. But I used 1 can of that evaporated milk, half a cup of sugar, and 1 stick of butter, melted it up till it come to a rolling boil, turned it off, and poured it over my cake as soon as my cake come out of the oven while it was hot. And then I'm gonna let it set, because it'll set and soak into that cake. I just can't explain it. It's delicious. It's been a hit at our house, and we just wanted something different. We wanted something different today. So this will do us for a few days. I hope that you all have a blessed weekend. I have just done 2 recipes this week because, to be honest, I'm just struggling a little bit with my knees and with my health. So I'm blessed to get 2 recipes out this week. So I just wanted to tell y'all, I hope y'all make you one. It's very simple. I probably confused y'all a lot, but you can just bake a basic yellow cake mix, put all your goodies on there, pop it in the oven, and bake it. And then you can pop it out and pour your good hot yumminess over the top, and you're ready to go. And you talk about it's good served warm, and it's good served, pop it in the refrigerator. This needs to be refrigerated after it is baked. After a couple hours, you need to get it in the refrigerator, okay? Evaporated milk's got a good shelf life, and the butter does too, but I just keep mine in the refrigerator after I serve it the first time, okay? I'm gonna stop rambling. I love yous, and I want yous to know that the Lord loves you more, okay? And I hope that this weekend, maybe you make you one of these. It's very easy. Most of the time, things that we've got in our cabinet. So, helped me use up a cake mix that was getting ready to go bad on me. I love y'all. And if you never get nothing else from this little program and you hate the recipes, I want you to know how much the Lord loves you. He loves you so very much. I know we're living in a world, we're living in a nation where it's easy to be discouraged, but no. Lift up your eyes, your redemption draweth nigh. The Lord's going to come back and get us, and we won't have to struggle in a world like we're living in. Oh, put your trust in the Lord. I will let y'all go. I love yous, and never forget how much the Lord loves yous, okay? Bye-bye.